I'm Vidita Khandelwal from grade 5.
And I, Hargun Kaur Sani from grade 6.
Welcome you all on the digital platform of Billabong Inspires Talk series.
On behalf of Billabong Inspire Talk series, on behalf of Billabong High International School, we would like to thank all the parents for their support and work towards the school.
Billabong Inspires Talk series initiative will bring together working parents from various fields of expertise. They will share the life experiences which will help motivate and inspire the students towards achieving their goals.
BHIS strongly believe in the core values which inform your thoughts, decisions, and actions and help you align your career or life path to what's important to you. They are the essential foundation in finding your life purpose because they remind us and others who we truly are.
BHIS core values are diligence, hardworking, persistent, resilient, service, generosity, enterprise or charity, leadership, stewardship, compassion, kind, empathetic, humble, resourcefulness, creative, risk taker, dynamic, outward looking, commitment to a larger community of family, a belief system, cultural models, sustainability, environment, integrity, honest, trustworthy, modest, respectful.
Billabong Inspired Talk series is all geared up today for an interesting and enlightening session with the speaker, Mrs. Eti Agarwal, who will be taking us through her life journey.
Mrs. Eti Agarwal, currently a director in Krishna Super Speciality Hospital, Kanpur. She has been a cabin crew with two of the most prestigious airlines of India, Air Sahara and Jet Airways. She loves to paint during her free time. This creative side was discovered during the pandemic.
She took up a passion professionally under the name Eti Paints. Her work has been appreciated since then. She prioritizes her family above everything and she loves spending time with her family and friends.
Now, without much ado, we would like to welcome our guest speaker of the day, Mrs. Eti Agarwal.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I am Iti Agarwal. Well, today I'll talk about my past job experience, which was with the two leading airlines of India, and they were Air Sahara as well as Jet Airways. So the primary job of a cabin crew is to save people's life during emergencies. There's an extensive training which we take before flying. So, and I worked for 6 years as a cabin crew in the airline industry. My job gave me immense confidence, freedom, and my love for travel was satisfied during this time.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have got so inspired from your journey and we both have got so motivated to see your commitment towards your work.
Ma'am, we would like to ask you a few questions related to your journey and to your work. Also, students can ask their questions by writing in the chat box.
Ma'am, firstly, I would like to ask about your first flight experience as a cabin crew and what has been your favorite flight experience.
So my first flight was a trainee flight. It was from Delhi to Guwahati, then to Dibrugarh, and then to Guwahati again, and then back to Delhi. So it was a really, really long and tedious flight. It was a 9 hours of flying, which is the most a cabin crew is supposed to fly in a day. And it was a 12 hours of duty time. I had to be on board and observe everything. Along with that, I was supposed to help the experienced staff in all the services and protocols. And my favorite flight experience was when we met with a teeny tiny emergency. The landing gears were not coming out while landing, and we all were praying and thinking about our families. So in all that chaos, we landed and all was good. So you all must be thinking, how can an emergency flight be my favorite flight? But let me tell you that, all those challenges made that flight my favorite flight.
Thank you, ma'am. And what are the qualities required to be a good flight attendant?
A good flight attendant must be sharp, vigilant, quick but focused at the same time, should look presentable and carry themselves with a lot of poise, well groomed, well spoken, and most of all, they should be warm and loving towards their passengers and the people around them.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, please tell us Paint's journey. Who inspired you for this and how you started this?
So Iti Paints has been an amazing journey. I've been invited to the two of the art exhibitions that took place in Kanpur. It was such a pleasure to have displayed my artwork in front of people of Kanpur. During pandemic, as we all know, we were locked safe inside our homes and everything became online. Um, my son also attended the school at the same time online, and I started helping him out with his projects, and there I got inspired and started with sketching. So that's where I got it from.
Thank you, ma'am. What was the first artwork you made? How did it make you feel?
I was always good at drawing during my school days and while growing up and everything. So I thought, I should give it a try. So I would really liked one of the mandala art I was appreciating for a very long time, and it was saved in my phone's gallery. So I thought, why should I not give it a try? And when I gave it a try, it turned out pretty well. So from there, it was no turning back. And I was one of those persons who was nervous and paranoid at the same time for the condition, during the lockdown. But painting helped me calm down, and it was quite relaxing.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, tell us how you organize, plan, and filterize your work.
So the key to any firm's good way to work is teamwork. You have to assign and follow up. Planning starts with the start of your day. If you don't plan properly, you fall short. You should always have a journal and write down what is important and what's not. And this is how you prioritize. This I have learned from my husband, Mr. Garg. He is my support system in my life.
Amazing. And why did you choose Billabong for your kids?
So Billabong was always my first preference, as it promotes conceptual learning. That was my priority, that my child should always learn conceptually and not just by mugging everything up. So that was the thing, that attracted me towards the school. And moreover, the staff is so well trained and really loving towards their students. So yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, please tell us about a situation where you had to deal with a difficult customer. How did you handle it?
Okay, so coming back to my flying days, I so love to talk about those days. But there were a few sour experiences that I faced during my time as a cabin crew. We have to be polite to the passengers all point of time, but few doesn't respect that, and they act funny in a way. So there was an incident where a so-called politician came to my flight, and I was demonstrating about all the safety procedures, and he was being quite rude, loud. And I told him, many times to be quiet, but he didn't listen to me, and moreover complained about me to my senior staff. That made me really upset. I know I'll be blamed as he was a politician and all all that big deal. But then I used my mind and I took care of it. So what I did was I collected a few paper and pens and I distributed it to the passengers sitting next to him. And they were kind enough to write everything down, that what really happened. And, that saved me later. And I can never forget that incident. It was really, really a bad experience for me.
Thank you, ma'am. How would you respond to a customer who is refusing to follow rules and regulations on a flight, like unblocking the seat belt during takeoff?
So as a cabin crew, we are trained to be firm to the passengers who act funny like that. So as all the safety procedures are made for your safety only, the passengers' safety. In case the passengers don't abide to those rules, we have the authority to take their phone from them or to restrain them with the seat belts, but all in captain's this knowledge. So yeah, all was allowed, but most of the time we opted not to do so. And then when we land, we can, hand them over to the CISF staff on the ground. So then they were taken care of that.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, who is your favorite artist?
So I'm very new with painting, but I've always been attracted towards Indian art form, like paintings of gods, goddesses, temples. And all artists are just phenomenal because there's so much of hard work that goes into this. Painting, it's a tough job. I'll say. I mean, every job is tough, but then yeah. But if you really ask me my favorite, then it has to be Mr. Ramesh Gurjala. The way he portrays his work is just amazing.
Thank you, ma'am. And what is the most challenging aspect of being an artist?
Okay, for me, the most challenging aspect will be as an artist, uh, like when you have something in your mind and you are unable to paint it on a canvas. It's just like you have the idea in your mind, the idea is there, but you don't know how to implement it. So it is exactly the same way, and that scares me.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, what are the things need for a basic paint project?
Oh, so the basic painting project, you just need painting colors, brushes, blank canvas. Just pour your heart out onto the canvas, and I'm sure you'll definitely get there.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have any closing thoughts regarding the session?
Yeah, I would love to. I would like to close the chat by adding that cabin crew is not an eye candy or an object. Here in a lot of people, they just don't look at their job respectively, and they are humans. Every person who's into a job. So same way, it's just the cabin crew job is the same. They're there for your safety, and they save your life during emergencies, which are likely to happen while traveling. So please respect them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we would like to read the questions from the chat box.
Someone wants to ask, what are the first things you would do in an emergency situation in the air?
So we were like highly trained for that. There are a lot of protocols that we need to follow. So first of all, we have to save ourselves because we've been trained, you know, for the emergencies like that. So we brace during emergency. We call out for bracing. We have a lot of commands we were trained about, so which I cannot tell you right now because that's the airline thing. And yeah, so there are a lot of commands that we call out, and then the passengers follow them. And every evacuation has to happen in a time span of 90 seconds. So each and every passenger has to go out of the aircraft in those 90 seconds, and that's how it goes about.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, the next question from the chat box is by Mohammed Ahmed 880. He wants to ask that which is your most favorite art?
Most favorite part about what?
Like which is your most favorite painting?
My most favorite painting in my work.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think I have displayed it here on my own wall. If you could say, it's Krishna and a Kamdhenu and the lotus. If you all can see. So this is my artwork. I'll show you nicely just a second. So this is Lord Krishna. This is Kamdhenu, and this is the lotus. Thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, someone wants to ask, can you tell us how art is important to the society?
You know, when people, they don't, some people, you know, they listen to music to calm themselves, some watch TV, some go for a car ride. There are like different, many ways to calm yourself. So one form is art. So it soothes the eye, it soothes the mind. So that's how, you know, art is. So that's why it is important for the society.
Amazing. The next question is someone wants to ask that can you tell us how art is important to the society?
So I just answered that.
Oh, does art help you in the other areas of your life?
You know, this art thing comes in a creative way. So a person should always be creative in their life. Like I am a person who has children, family. So you have to be creative in all forms of life. That's what I believe. Being at home, being at work, creativity should never leave you in your life.
Ma'am, Pankudi Goel wants to ask, which art form and artist is your favorite?
So mandala is the art form which is my favorite, as I started with that, you know. uh, it's got too much going into it, but then again it's very soothing. So yeah, mandala is the art form, and then it's like typical an Indian art form. That's why I like it.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, someone wants to ask that what would you do if someone afraid of flying started panicking?
Panicking on the flight.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it has happened with me that, you know, we had a few passengers, they started panicking as soon as the doors they closed. So, but then it was our work, you know, to calm them down. We told them, you know, we fly every day and nothing happened to us. You know, we are still alive and working right in front of you. So these were a few basic things we used to tell them, and we used to calm them down. And yeah, that's about it. They're like, okay, they used to understand, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. And sometimes if we were not short of crew, there were a lot of crew with us, and if the flight wasn't full, so we used to make a flight attendant sit next to those passengers who were really panicking during the flight, to just calm them down.
Thank you, ma'am. And someone wants to know, if you had to work on a 16-hour flight, how do you deal with stress after such long flights?
So there's a DGCA personnel, like there's a whole community of people who, you know, work, and they register every flying hour for the cabin crew. So we were only supposed to fly 9 hours in a day. In case if it exceeded, we had a next day off. So yeah, obviously it was really, you know, tiring, tedious, tough, but then we were given offs also, so we could rest well.
Great. Ma'am, the next question is someone wants to know what would you consider the most difficult thing about the cabin crew job?
uh, if you ask me, look, it can be different to every person, but for me, you know, getting up odd hours. So we had to, if the flight was at 6, we had to get up around 2:30 or 3, because 1.5 hours before the flight we had to reach the office, we had to take briefings, and we had to go to the aircraft, prepare the aircraft. So yeah, the oddly hours was a little difficult. Rest, everything was really cool, and I used to love my job a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. And Mohammed Ahmed from 880 wants to ask, Ma'am, which is your first best painting?
My first best what?
And first best painting.
Best painting. First painting, which I've already mentioned earlier, was the mandala art. In case if I could share with you, yeah, just a sec, I'll just share. Mm, if you all can give me a few minutes, please, then I'll be able to share it with you. So this was the first thing, which I sketched. So this is a mandala art, which I did, if you all can see. Are you all able to see this?
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah. So, and if you all want to see more of it, then I can show you more. Mm.
Amazing work. Ma'am, the next question is someone wants to ask what happens if you lost your luggage while flying?
Haven't happened with me, but then must be very difficult for the people who've already, who faced that. But in case if, I would have lost my luggage, I would have shared with my colleagues. So wasn't a problem that time.
Thank you, ma'am. Arman Goel from First AN wants to ask, ma'am, what kept you persistent to receive your goal?
I don't know, a healthy mind maybe, and good habits, that leads you anywhere, whatever you want. And a person's habit can be, the way they lead their life. So yeah, you have to be persistent and you have to be religious towards your goal. That's about it. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Great. Ma'am, someone wants to know, ma'am, as the cabin crew members, how many languages can you speak?
I just know Hindi and English, but there were a lot of cabin crew who knew a lot of languages, Bengali and French and whatnot. But then I'm just good with Hindi and English.
Great. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, what motivates you to create artwork?
Nothing. It was just, during the time of pandemic, I don't know what came into me and what happened. It was just I was helping out my child with his school projects, and there was a lot of drawing involved. So he himself is very good at drawing, but then he used to ask for my help. So then I started sketching for him, doing his projects, and all of a sudden, I thought that I should just sketch something. It's been long, and I was getting bored and I was getting all worked up being home during this lockdown. So yeah, I started sketching and yeah, it happened.
Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time for some fun element. It's quiz time. Students will get 10 seconds for each question and they are requested to write their answers in the chat box.
Question number 1. When was SkyTrain invented? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
and the correct option is A, December 1985, given by Zoya RM.
The next question is which airlines is said to be the first to use sustainable aviation fuel, SAF? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is A, British Airways, given by Zoya.
The next question is, which Indian Airlines has recently rebranded itself as Go First? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the correct answer is C, Go Air, given by Mohammed Ahmed from 880.
The next question is, in which year Indian Airlines was nationalized? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is B, 1953.
Your next question is, which is not a characteristic of a flight attendant? And your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
option B is the correct answer, a careless attitude, given by Pankhuri Goel.
The next question is, Tata Airlines was renamed as Air India in which year? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is A, 1946.
The next question is, which is the first Asian airlines company to procure jet aircraft in its fleet? And your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
and the correct option is D, Air India, given by Mohammed Ahmed.
The next question is, which sports competition is known as the Turkish Airlines Euro League? Your options are
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
the correct answer is D, basketball, given by Habiba Fatima.
Now we will start with true and false. The world's largest consumer of oil is the airline industry. True or false?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the correct option is B, false, given by Pankhuri Goel.
The next question is, the Boeing 767 is the largest passenger plane ever built. True or false?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is B, false, given by Zoya.
Airplanes can make clouds. True or false?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the correct option is B, false, given by Habiba Fatima.
The next question is, Richard Branson was the first person to cross the Atlantic in a balloon. True or false?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is B, given by Habiba Fatima. Many congratulations to all the winners. Please give clap reaction to all the participants.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We have got so inspired to see your passion towards your work, and I am sure everyone must have been amazed to get know more about your inspiring journey.
Our heartfelt gratitude to our founder and CEO, Mrs. Preeti Agarwal, for initiating such talks, which kindles in us the curiosity to explore more. We convey our heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker, Mrs. Eti Agarwal, for the dynamic talk.
Your feedbacks and suggestion is most important to us for raising the bar all the time. WhatsApp class group will remain open till 5:30 p.m. Parents and students are requested to share their feedbacks and suggestions in the class group.
Thank you so much, everyone, to be part of this Billabong Inspire Talk series.
We shall meet next week on 22nd January 2022 at the same time with the next guest speaker.
Thank you.